Hi, everyone.
Hello,
We're back again.
we are.
And what we thought we'd talk about this week is living life with greater ease. And one of the things that I was thinking about recently, a few days ago, is actually back when I used to play tennis and squash, and how there's a sweet spot in that racket. I don't know if for any of you that play racket sports, you know what I'm talking about. Those of you who don't, it's like when you hit that ball right in a certain place on the racket, it's more powerful, controlled, there's no vibration. It feels great.
Well, you know what I'm thinking? There's a sweet spot when I cook. When I'm in that moment and extended moments of joy and enjoyment, that's the sweet spot.
Yeah, that's a sweet spot. When we're in that sweet spot, it's like life is effortless. And what I realize is that so often what kind of distracts me from the sweet spot in life is a lot of busy mind thinking.
Yes.
I get caught up in what I think will make me feel good or think will be the best thing to do or think will keep me out of trouble. A lot of thinking. And it's like when I swing the racket and it doesn't hit the sweet spot, it's like there's vibration. It doesn't feel great. And it's interesting because we're talking about living life with greater ease. And the ease is what occurs when we hit the sweet spot. The ease is what occurs when we're feeling that sweet spot in life. And one of the ways that we've been talking about that sweet spot, living that sweet spot in life, is living more as who we really are.
Yes. Recognizing it and actually living it more
Yeah,
and more.
right. And so when we say who we really are, what we're meaning is who we are, our true nature, is actually the same nature that, well, grows a forest, say. I look at the intelligence, the balance, the harmony, just and the vitality that a natural forest has. And how does it do that? I love that in science. Science shows that everything that's occurring in every living organism, in every physical system, is always following the path of least resistance. The path of least resistance, the path of greatest ease. And
Mm-hmm.
so that is actually a principle underlying how this whole forest stays in balance and grows and thrives in such a beautiful, harmonious way. Now, how would that apply to us?
Well, for me, I find I really connect with the ease in life and with who I really am in the same way. It's just when I relax. And when I relax, everything gets clear and quiet. And I know I can trust that.
Yeah, there's like a knowing, there's a sweet spot of knowing in our lives. And I had a really big experience of that when I was young. I was in my 20s, and I had moved onto a ranch here in the central interior of BC, and I was just loving it. I was this young greenhorn, so to speak, from Southern California who wanted to really learn how to get back to the land, the movement of the 60s and 70s, and these people were living it. And hunting season came, and so it was a big thing to hunt because we were eating meat. That was part of our daily diet. And everybody was, during hunting season, spending time out hunting. And one day, I had finished my chores, and I thought, well, I'll give it a go. When in Rome, do what the Romans do. I'll go out and see if I can find a deer. And it was a beautiful day. I love being out in nature and the whole process of hunting, following tracks in the snow, and that it's just an amazing experience. But I didn't see any deer, so I was heading back to the truck, and lo and behold, just as I'm about to get in the truck, this big buck steps out from the edge of the woods, and I go, here's my chance. And I can't tell you how my mind filled with ideas that I was going to be this hero. I was going to be the one who got the first a buck of the year, and I was going to fit in. I was going to be one of the, all of this wanting to belong, all of these urges were coming up that could be fulfilled if I do this. So I lower the sights on the deer, and clear as a bell, this voice comes up within me. You're not that hungry. And I thought, oh my gosh, it was so beautiful. I mean, you talk about a sweet spot. My mind was silent and this voice just ringing. It was so beautiful. And then my mind came back in. Yes, but.
Then the ego, quick thinking, fast thinking, busy mind comes in.
Yes, but. What will everybody think about you getting the first deer? All the stories I had made up in my mind to bring me the sense of security, stability, well-being in this new tribe I was in, these new people I was living with. All of that came rushing in. I'm going, that's important. So I did pull the trigger. Missed by a mile, I'm sure.
Good.
But that experience has stayed with me for so many years because it was such a demonstration to me that I am attuned to an intelligence and a nature that is the same as what is running this whole creation so intelligently, so effortlessly, always following the path of least resistance. It's a beautiful thing. And we have that access all the time. And so what we do in a lot of our courses is we help people, or we encourage people when they have an urge or a craving to eat something that's like off the program, not to resist it. It's not about resisting what flows up with us in terms of our lives. It's about opening to really experience it fully. So we encourage them to eat with presence.
With presence. So how it all works, you can try this for yourself. Like my thing has been, it's no longer, but it has been potato chips to give myself a sense of relaxation and reward, which isn't really the purpose of food. So if you're drawn to something, have it, but get quiet, relaxed, and really chew it well, smell it, feel the texture in your mouth. Chew until you're ready to swallow and feel love for the food. Feeling love for it really brings me present. And then see how your body receives it. Then everything is pointing us toward more of who we are. You'll learn so much. It's such a beautiful experience.
It is. It's really simple. And when we get present, if I just get curious about what's happening right now, whether it's around what I'm eating or even driving or being with someone in a conversation, when I get present with what's happening right then, my mind settles and I live more from that place of my true nature.
Yeah, just like with when you went to shoot the deer, you got still and you connected very directly with your wisdom, with your true nature.
Yeah, and I can't tell you how many of our students in the classes we have, when they do this, how many of them are astounded that the next time they're kind of in that same situation that would normally be a trigger to let me have that chocolate chip cookie or whatever. The old thought comes up because the conditions are similar, but there's not that compulsion to have gotten to do it.
Yeah.
They see that that's not the sweet spot.
Yeah.
The sweet spot is presence. And in presence, the habit doesn't exist.
So, give it a go. And if you're interested in learning more, connect with us below in the comments. The recipe is a beautiful veggie one-dish lentil stew. It is so good.
Delicious.
Yeah, we loved it.
Right.
Great to be with you.
Yep.
Thanks for joining.
Yep. See you next week.